Hello guys, this is Matt Stats and we are back with another video for you. And today we are going to be looking at the topic of linear equation or systems of linear equation by graphing and the substitution method. Without any delay, let's get to the video. So let's say we have this equation or this system of equation right here. We have 4x plus y equals 9 and 3x plus y equals 8. How do we actually solve this equation? Well, it's very simple. What we're gonna do is, as I mentioned in my previous videos, when you do mathematics, you need to do the easiest thing as possible that you can get, that you can actually find. So here, I need to find what y would equal to and what x would equal to, meaning I want to find the value of y and the value of x, meaning the number. But first, we have to solve the equation. So here in equation number 1 and equation number 2, I'm gonna have to work my way to get the value of y. But here I cannot find the value of y, meaning what the number is. So I'm gonna form a different type of equation. I'm gonna say 4x plus y equals 9, and I'm gonna subtract 4x on both sides, so I can get y by itself. So I get y equals to 9 minus 4x. So here I have this for y, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a number, and to find the number, I can't find it on this one by itself unless I use when we choose a number for x. But here I can't just choose a number for x. I have to find the number for x, meaning what number where both those two equations actually cross. If they're not parallel, they're gonna cross somewhere, and at the point they're gonna cross will be the number x and y. And those numbers I can't just plug in. I have to find them. So how am I gonna find them? Well, I just solved the first equation, meaning I just found what the equation for the first one is, which is y equals to 9 minus 4x. Now, I have y equals to 9 minus 4x, but I also have a second equation, which also contains y. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to replace the value of y, or I'm going to replace the equation of y into the second equation, meaning when I have 3x plus y equals 8, which is the second equation, instead of writing 3x plus y, I'm gonna write whatever I found for y in the first equation. So 3x plus y, since we know y equals to y, so then this y must equal to this right here. So I'm going to write that over there as 9 minus 4x equals to 8. So I'm going to subtract 9 on both sides. So minus 9 on both sides. Right? And 3 minus 4x is equal to negative x. And we have 8 minus 9 is negative 1. And of course I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So it can become positive, so I get x equals to 1. When I say positive, it means that I want the variable x to be positive. So if I had a negative x equals to 1, then I would still do it to get x equals to negative 1. Now I have a number for x, so I want to find out what number that would be for y. So x equals to 1, I can plug that into any equation. Equation number 1 or equation number 2. I'm going to plug it into equation number 2. So I'm going to say 3x plus y equals to 8. And because x equals to 1, so I can say 3 times 1 plus y equals to 8. So I get y. I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. And I get y equals to 5. So here, when x equals to 1, y equals to 5. That means at the number 1, at the point 1, 5, the two equations are going to cross. It tells you that at the point 1, 5, the two equations are going to cross. And let's actually prove this. So let's say we have this graph right here, right? Oh man, that's bad. I'm gonna redo that one. We're gonna do, let's look at this graph right here. So let's say at x equals negative 1, 0, and 1, what do we get? Well, what we get is at negative 1, we get, on the first equation, is going to be 4 times negative 1 plus y equals 9. So that's negative 4 plus y equals 9. So you add 4 on both sides. So y equals to 13. And let's say this is 13 right here. So at negative 1, it's 13. Boom. It's right here. Okay. At x equals to negative 0. X equals to 0, we're going to get 4 times 0 plus y equals to 9. So that's 0 plus y equals to 9. So y equals to 9. Let's say this is 9 right here. At x equals to 1, we already know x equals to 5. Right? So 4 times 1 plus y equals to 9. So that's going to be 4 plus y equals to 9. I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. So y equals to 5, which we already knew that. So that's going to be right here. Let's say this is 5 right here. So the first equation, the graph looks something like this. This is the graph of 4x plus y equals to 9. Well, let's actually show for the second equation now. Let's say in the same numbers, x equals to negative 1, 0, and 1. And then we're going to use the second equation. So when x equals to negative 1, we're going to have 3 times negative 1 plus y equals to 8. So we have negative 3 plus y equals to 8. I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So I get y equals to 11. So at negative 1, we get y equals to 11. Let's say this is 11 right here. 11 and something like this. Let's say at 0. At 0, we get 3 times 0 plus y equals to 8. So we get y equals to 8. So at 0, we get y equals to 8. Something like right here. And at 1, we get 3 times 1, right? 3 times 1 plus y equals to 8. So you get 3 plus y equals to 8. And I subtract 3 on both sides. So I get y equals to 5. Well, we already knew that. So at 1, guess what? At 1, y is again 5, which is the same as right here. In a sense, it would look something like this type. Now, of course, It might not be as perfect as it is, but you can see that. I would say the negative, yeah, that's probably gonna be like right here. That's likely like different, but actually. So as you can see, in at 1 and both equations they cross. This is why you need to find it. You can just plug in numbers until you find where they will actually cross. And in fact, these two, they are almost parallel. But of course, almost doesn't mean anything because they actually crossed. So and I'm gonna do a second video, I think, because it might not be as I would say it might look a bit tedious. So I'm gonna do a second example so you guys can actually understand better what it is that you need to do when it comes to the substitution method. So don't forget again, right? If you have the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate. Everything is on the link in the description below. My Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. And of course, you can also follow me on my Rumble and mastats.local.com. So, guys, I hope you guys understood this right here, right here. But if you don't, I'll make a second video. Put a comment section, put a comment, and ask if you actually understand or not. That way, I can make a second video. Because I don't want to make a second video if you guys already understand what it is that you were supposed to do. So don't forget, put a comment and ask me if you have any questions on that part. That way I can make a second video on it just to clarify anything that needs to be understood. This is Mastats. Hope to see you guys again. Until then, Mastats out.